Hi, this is Joseph Tan of GoodMonday.com. Today we're going to learn about the power of a sincere greeting and why a sincere greeting is an important prelude to an effective conversation. Most people are wrapped up in two layers of self-thought. Either they are thinking about the problems they are facing or the pains that they are experiencing. So these walls of self-attention and these walls of stress keep them away from engaging in conversation with another person. The challenge is this: not many people will let you into their own world by force, nor can you demand your way into their world. You need a better strategy, and what you need to do is to form a connection and to build a bridge of understanding by the simple method of giving a sincere greeting. Now, what does a sincere greeting involve? The first way to give a sincere greeting is by asking concerned questions that express your concern. The second way is to give an affirmative encouragement. These are the two ways that you can use in order to break through the wall and the shell of pain and problems and to engage with the other person in a heart-to-heart conversation by asking good questions and by giving an affirmative encouragement. Concern questions, it's about sharing of emotions. It is not a time for you to lecture, nor is it a time for you to nag. The type of questions that you ask should free up the other person to be sharing their innermost thoughts. The simplest question you can ask is, how are you? Not just a routine how are you, but to ask it sincerely. And then the important thing is you stop and listen. Because if you ask the question how are you sincerely with eye contact and showing the right body language and then really stop to listen, you might be surprised at what you hear from the other person. The other question is this: how can I help you? You know, in general, the world around us is usually concerned about getting things from us. We go through the day giving this, giving that, and just extracting things from ourselves. But if someone comes across and say, how can I help you? How can I contribute? How can I assist you? That is like a breath of fresh air, and it causes the other person to want to open up to this very sincere question and greeting that you are giving. Of course, when you ask the question, how can I help you? Be ready to take action and really help. Human beings are wired to want to receive attention. Whenever someone pays attention to us, we feel that we have just received a gift. Attention is something which we can freely give to another person, and yet it creates a wonderful impact. Firstly, learn to be generous with verbal praise. Say things like, hey, you did a good job. I noticed that you stayed back yesterday to accomplish the project. Hey, thank you very much for volunteering to head up the conference call. So be generous with your praise, because verbal praise is something that can definitely affect the atmosphere of both the workplace and the home. Secondly, give credit where credit is due. Whenever there is acknowledgement for accomplishment, learn to acknowledge, especially those who work behind the scenes. Learn to remember names. Learn to acknowledge those who work in the administrative side who have helped you to close the deal. Learn to give credit where credit is due, because no one really achieves success all by himself or herself. There's always a team that is involved. So if you take notice, give verbal praise, and give credit where credit is due, this creates a positive sense of attention giving, and people will be encouraged to want to converse with you. So if you want to strike up a conversation with someone who is enveloped in his own pain and problem, take the indirect approach. The indirect approach is to be consistent in giving sincere greetings. Now, greeting is not something that you do just once, it's something that you do on a daily basis. Learn to ask good questions like, how are you? And how can I help you? Also, be encouraging and be affirmative in your words by paying attention. By paying attention to what the person have done well, giving verbal praise, and also giving credit where credit is due. So when you are engaged in giving sincere greetings by doing this two approach, then you actually break the ice and effective conversation can take place. Think about it. This is Joseph Tan here from goodmonday.com. Thanks for watching.